Hello, teachers, and my name is Phân, and today I am going to present my data analysis project, which focus on evaluating social media performance across two major platforms, Facebook and Twitter. And Twitter. Throughout this presentation, we will work through five main sessions, starting with the descriptive analyze data visualizations through charts, building an interactive Excel dashboard, and finally writing up the key findings and strategies. Suggest recommendation. Let's begin. The next is let's look at slide 2, descriptive analyze and looking the comparison table between Facebook and Twitter during the research period. We can also observe an interesting picture of user behavior on both platforms. First, regarding volume and reach, um, Twitter clearly dominates with 2,316 city tweets and over 14.5 million impressions, whereas Facebook has only 725 posts and nearly 3.9 million impressions. Total engagement on Twitter is also higher, with over 246,000 interactions compared to roughly 183,000 on Facebook. Second, the paradox lies in the average engagement rate, even though Twitter has higher absolute engagement due to higher post volume. Facebook achieve volume. Facebook Facebook achieve significantly higher average engagement rate for dot 92% compared to just 1.38% on Twitter. And this indicates that on the Facebook has fewer posts, its content is much more effective as capturing user attentions and driving deep interactions per post. And moving on slide 3, like data overview and next let's move on to slide 3, data overview and preparations. Um, this slide provides a deeper dive into the performance metrics for both Facebook and Twitter, broken down in content, email, acquisitions, retention, CSR, and news. The first are starting with Facebook, the upper table. The retention team, the retention team is clearly the best performing category. It achieved the highest number of impressions, over 1.14 million, the highest number of engaged users, seven seven eight thousand 78,800 144, and the highest of average engagement rate at 7.20%. On the flip side, the CSR team recorded the lowest engagement rate at 2.69%. And moving to Twitter, the lower table. Similar to Facebook, the retention theme dominates across the board, recording in highest number tweets, 6,000, 624 impressions, nearly 3.89 millions, and total engagements 67,948, along with high engagement rate of 1.47%. Meanwhile, the news team records the lowest engagement rate at 1.28%. In summary, across both platforms, the ransom team consistently grew to be the most effective content category. And next is the slide for charts. Charts visualizing the data. Mm, Twitter engagement trend line chart and Facebook total reached by time bar charts. Mm, On the left, the Twitter engagement trend charts, 2019 to 2020, we can easily spot a massive speaking performance during Q2 2020. Engagement speak safely and indicating that a specific campaign or timeline event during this quarter successfully triggered hot audience interest. Engagement level remained relatively stable during the older quarters. And on the right, the Facebook total reached by team charts. The retention team outperformed small order by a landslide and reaching nearly 1 million users. Meanwhile, categories like new CSR in acquisitions attracted a significantly less attention. In short, Facebook user responses exceptionally well to retention focus content which sets a clear direction for our future stages. And next slide for and select line is the interactive dashboard. Mm, and and to provide managers with a comprehensive overview and help them make quick decisions. I developed an interactive dashboard entirely in Excel, so on in slide 4, built entirely in Excel by consolidating that data from multiple sources, including both Facebook and Twitter, into a single file. Dynamic Sliker integrate interactive Sliker link via rewards connection to control on four charts simultaneously, real-time filtering allows you to instantly filter data by quarter and theme on the fly. User-centric design feature a clean, minimalist interface which Gillis line remove, marking the dashboard intuitive and empowering managers managers to make decisions more easily. And slide is and next slide is conclusions and recommendations. Based on our data insight, I would like to present the key finding and strategic recommendation regarding key finding, timing the major engagement peak on register in Q2 2020 prove how high user responsiveness can be when campaigns target the right timely moments. Content the retention team on the Facebook overwhelmingly outperforms on other categories in generating total reach. And regarding strategies recommendation, first, content allocation. We should relocate creative resort to prioritize retention content on Facebook to must minimize organic reach. Second, campaign replication. We should conduct a deep dive into the successful Q2 2023 stock campaign to replicate its operational framework for future content calendar. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for your time and attention. And finally, this is the reference datasets based on register data XLSX provide via course LMS for data analyze final and software and tools. I use Microsoft Excel for Microsoft 365. Thank you.